Hi, on today's video I will be building a perfect gift box, a simple quick woodworking project. I will be making it from an excess piece of birch that I have from an old project. As the board was already planed, I could jump straight into cutting it into the 4 pieces I need. First, setting the table saw blade to 45-degree angle and making the first cuts. Then setting up a stop block and cutting all 4 pieces to same size. Before taking off the riving knife from the saw, I went and got the top and bottom panels ready, as I need to leave the saw and the fence as they are before I do the glue up to get the final cut correct. But this will make more sense in a bit. Then, after removing the riving knife, I could start cutting the grooves for the top and bottom panels, making multiple cuts and using a scrap piece of wood to find the correct fit. Next, I needed to set the blade height to the half of the thickness of my box pieces, and then making a cut to the inside of each of the pieces. This cut will determine where the lid will be cut off, so set the fence based on where you want to have the box. Next, I needed to set the fence, so when doing the next cut, it would not be on the same line with the previous one, but couple of millimeters off from it towards the bottom of the box. By doing this, I'm able to get a small lip on the box and the lid, so when closing it, it won't slide anywhere and it doesn't require any other mechanism to keep the lid closed. Now, it's just important that I don't touch the saw before the glue up is ready and I can do the final cut. But before the glue up, I still needed to do some sanding, as it is much easier now than after the box is assembled. Then I could move to the glue up, using some blue tape initially to hold up the pieces together, and then at the end adding some band clamps to make sure the joints are tight. While the glue up was drying, I could start making the handle for the lid. I will be using just a scrap piece of wood, to which I will just route in a round groove to both sides to be able to grip it. Once the glue up had dried, I could move back to the table saw, and as you might notice, I actually ended up moving the fence before the glue up off camera to have the bottom of the box facing the fence, as it is the more thicker piece. But now I just got all 4 sides, and on the last side just being careful at the end, as the lid will fall off and I don't want it catching any saw marks from the blade. Then, to add some contrast and some visual interest to the box, I will be adding some splines as well. First, making the cuts with the jig I had made earlier for another project, and then cutting the splines out of some leftover walnut I have. Once the splines had been glued up and the glue had dried, I could move on to cutting them flush with the pull saw, before doing some final sanding to smooth everything out. And if you are enjoying the video, please leave it a like, and to see more videos, subscribe to the channel as well. Before adding the finish, I still needed to drill the holes on the lid for the handle and add my new maker's mark to the bottom of the box. Then I could start putting on the finish, this time using osmose oil wax which has a light pigment of white that I had laying on the shelf from another project. Once the finish had dried, I just needed to screw in the handle and the project was done. This was a nice one-day project that works perfectly as a gift on its own or putting something small inside the box. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.